Hi guys. So I met Manny, I guess maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and we started talking about his life, and so I wanted to interview him, and he wants to share some of his experiences with you today. So I'm glad you can join me, and happy Tuesday. Is it on you? Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, can I have a soda? A Coke? And then,
Would you like some baby or buffalo barbecue with
Buffalo? I don't know. Buffalo?
Buffalo? Okay, and adventure cheese. And anything for you, sir? What? Perfect.
So tell me, who are you?
Manny,
Where are you from?
LA.
So were you in a gang?
Little youngster I was.
How old are you? Talk about her.
14, 15.
How'd you find a gang at that age?
Huh?
How'd you find a gang at that age? You should be running around playing in the park.
The area.
Really?
Was infested with gangs, prostitutes, dope dealers. Everybody wore a gun
Really?
or a knife. First gang I got into was Los Locos,
Los Locos?
the
What does that
crazies,
mean?
the crazies.
Crazy.
You had to shoot head up. You had to shoot up some heroin to get in.
Oh, really? How old were you when you shot heroin?
14 years old.
Did you nod out? Or throw up?
OD, threw up and then OD.
So then you started using it regularly after that, right?
Yeah.
Did you sell it too?
Later, when I got older, started selling
How'd you
heroin.
afford it? Heroin is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. I think it is. $20 a day is a lot for a kid. $30 a day, that's a lot for a kid to have to maintain. Don't you think? That's a lot. And then you're sick. Did you even know what was going on with your body when you got
You
sick?
gotta go out there and hustle.
Did you know what was going on at first though? Like when you first used? Did you realize that you're sick because of the drug?
Yeah.
You doing that? Yeah, because you seen it in your neighborhood.
Yeah, a lot of drug dealers in my neighborhood. Anything you want.
Really? And they would just give it to you. It doesn't matter if you're a kid. If you had the money, that's
You
all.
got the money, that's all that matters to them. That's the way it was.
I heard one person say that they joined the game because they were scared. Do you think that they're scared? Do you think you were scared at that age? Or peer pressure? No.
There might have been some, but it was, peer pressure. But then you wanted to get in, be part of.
Yeah. Because they were cool, the cool kids, the mean kids. Everybody was scared of
Be
them.
part of. But we defended each other.
Were the other kids scared of them?
I think.
Were they intimidated?
Yeah. There was a lot of violence involved too. Good violence with other rival gangs nearby. We had a gang on this side, another one rival on the other side. So we were surrounded by gang members, rival gang members. You walk 4 blocks that way, if you got caught in that territory, you're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, especially if they knew who you were. They pull out their guns to start shooting, and vice versa.
Scary.
Yeah.
So, Are there girl gang members too, or no?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. They had their own gangs.
They're part of the boy gang too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I heard that if you have a teardrop, that means that in order for you to get into your gang, you had to kill somebody. Is that true?
No.
Is that true?
No,
And that's
not
how they
in
got the
our gang.
That's how they got the teardrop. That's what I was told.
Well, in order to get in the gang at that age, you had to get your ass kicked. You had to be in a circle and they surround around you and they beat the hell out of you. You got to fight back. And if you take off running, you weren't accepted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You weren't accepted at all. Or if you ratted on somebody and you were in a gang, or
So how'd you guys have money though? How'd you get money in your pocket?
get what?
How'd you guys get money in your pocket?
Selling drugs, robbery, burglary.
People on the block would say, I have drugs and you guys want to sell them? Or you guys had to have money or what?
We go to the older homeboy.
The older one.
Tell them, hey, we want to sell some drugs for you. So they give us a drug to sell, and then they give us a cut every time, whatever we sold.
Oh,
So we had money too. And then the bigger you got, the more drugs you got, the more money you got. Do robberies.
But so the gang comes first over your family. When you join the gang, they come first, right?
Yeah, we come
Over
first.
your family.
Yeah. Family don't
No matter.
well, on the street gang, it wasn't really like that. Kind of. But once you get older and you join other gangs, the bigger ones, prison gangs, like the Mexican Mafia or the Northern Gang, Nostra Familia, the BGF, Black Guerrilla Family, the Aryan Brotherhood.
Okay, so let's get to this. Who was the first prison gang?
Mexican Mafia.
And they came from Mexico, obviously, right?
What?
They came from Mexico, obviously, right?
No.
No, not Mexican Mafia didn't come from
They were more all Mexican Mexican Americans.
What?
No, you're talking about the cartels. Those are from Mexico.
I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about gangs, really. Other than I know that they exist, but I know nothing about the
In
culture.
Mexico, they got their own Mexican Mafia. You know, they're not like the ones in California. So they spread out. They spread out to Arizona, Denver, Texas, New Mexico.
And you don't, if you in the community, you wouldn't know who they are anyways, because they don't stand out. So you wouldn't even know you were standing next to Mexican Mafia, really, right? You wouldn't know.
Not unless you're known.
And if I go into a certain area, how do I know who's there? What gangs are there? Is there a way to tell?
The only way you're gonna find out is if you ask somebody.
And that's if they want to tell you.
I'm like, I want to know where the Mexican Mafia because I want to buy some drugs for them, or I want somebody killed. But even then, they ain't gonna trust you. They don't know if you're an undercover cop. They gotta know you.
So
And sooner or later, you know, somebody's gonna tell you, yeah, what do you want them for? They'll tell you that.
So how was it in prison?
Huh?
Were you guys all separated? I mean, you guys aren't like affiliated or you're not like friends. If you're in the prison, you guys are in your own little separate gangs, right? Apart from each other. You don't socialize, none of that. You're like, are you guys like enemies or because you're in different gangs?
Well, the NF and Nostra Familia and the Mexican Mafia are enemies. Northern and then South. And,
Why are they enemies?
and then the Aryan Brotherhood is allies of the Mexican Mafia and the
Wait a
BGF.
minute, Aryan brothers are white though.
Yeah,
But they're white and they don't like blacks. I thought they were racist.
yeah, they are.
But they're like Mexicans?
Yeah, they're like that in prison.
Really?
They get along.
Why don't they like white
And
folks?
then the Black Guerrilla family, they're allies with the northern gang, Nuestra Familia.
With Hispanics. Okay, so,
Mexican Americans too.
so tell me about what there was two gangs, and I guess they got into a fight over money. The blue and the red,
Yeah,
right?
the Mexican Mafia and the NF.
It started with them. I thought it started with the Northerners and
Yeah, the northern and the Mexican Mafia.
wait,
Or some shoes.
so the Northerners are Mexican Mafia too? Or
No,
no?
they're their own gang. The family, the Nuestra Familia. That means our family.
Oh, really?
And they don't get along with the Mexican Mafia. They're enemies.
Why are they enemies?
Because the Mexican Mafia killed one of their top honchos, Chino.
So,
They became enemies.
you told me the Mexican Mafia, the cartel is scared of Mexican Mafia. I mean, Mexican Mafia is scared of the cartel.
Oh,
Is
they're
that
not
true?
scared of them. They just don't. They do certain business with them, but they're not all the way with them. They buy drugs from them, or
But the cartel is
the cartels are more powerful than the Mexican Mafia. 'Cause they got them all over Mexico. You know, they're all over. That's why they were killing everybody over there. You know, even bystanders. The cartels don't play around, man.
Okay, so
I mean, the Mexican Mafia kills people too, and that northern gang too. But Mexico over there, the cartels, they're real powerful. Those are righteous, cold-blooded killers right there. Because they're from Mexico, that's all they know over there. You know? Like that guy, Chapo Guzman, he's from Encinitas. No, I mean, the cartel over there in Sinaloa. That guy was real powerful. Everybody was scared of him. He killed all kinds of people. He didn't have no conscience. You know?
I see. Okay, so how do you guys? So you guys sell a bunch of drugs, and then your salary is based on your profit. I mean, what you
Yeah, and then you
so
buy
everybody gets a cut?
buy more drugs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I just want to what's your salary.
And then if you're in prison, they sell drugs in there too. The correctional cops bring it in for them, but they get paid good. When I was in San Quentin, they busted 7 correctional cops bringing drugs in to the Mexican Mafia and the Aryan Brotherhood. You know, I mean, their lunch pail, they were bringing it in. And 3 of them were women.
I've seen the quantities they give out, which is really pretty sad. So it is very profitable, I'm sure. Very profitable. But it's a sad sight to see them sick in prison and need drugs. Or
You
more
get any
crazy in
drug, you
prison.
can get any drug in prison as you get out here, except it's going to cost you a little bit more. Not unless you're bringing them in. A lot of people, when they get visitors, they keister a big old balloon in. That thing about this big can fit in your ass. And then when they were,
Some girls were telling me that they throw bags over the walls to get their stuff in the prison. Phones, or like they sell them for like $250.
they throw what? Over the
They
what?
were throwing bags over the fence,
Over the fence.
over some fence at Chow Shiller or something. and that's how they got their stuff in. And then I guess the people that work in the gardeners or whatever you call it.
You get some people that work in there.
Yeah,
If you get the right one, they'll bring in drugs, but you gotta pay them good, and they do get paid good. You know?
So how do they give? They don't have any money in prison, so how do they exchange money?
Well, a lot of people, they keister their money in there to get buy drugs. You know, for business, they keister their money. Or you can, if you don't got no cash, you got money on the books. The guy that's dealing drugs out there, he said, all right, check this out, man. Here's my list. I want $5 of coffee or, you know, whatever. You know,
On the shop one.
you know, all that is going to be about, you could only, I think they went up to 300 now. You can buy $300 worth of canteen, I think, now. So you give them the list, and then he gives them the drugs. He says, here's your drugs. Buy me all this. And then the guy, when he goes to canteen, you know, canteen is store. So when they go to the store, they get all that for him. And this guy made over because he you know, he don't got to waste money out of his account. It's for the drugs. You know what I mean? Or I heard, I've been out of prison for a while. I heard they get cell phones and the cops sell them a cell phone. So if you get a cell phone, you can call whoever you want. Connection or whatever. Then, you know, and then they'll make a plan how to get the drugs in, or who they're gonna send to get the drugs in. And then, you know, everything paid. You know, the guys out there, they got the money and they pay a cop or a crooked, somebody that works in prison. They pay them good though. And then with a cell phone, you can buy a cell phone in prison for $3,000, a little one. I mean, but they don't sell them in prison. The cop will bring it in. Here, give me $3,000 and here's your phone. But if you get busted with a cell phone, they take it away from you and they check out all the numbers and everything. You know, and then they start busting other people. You gotta be careful. And it's kind of hard to stash a cell phone in yourself because, you know, it's not, there's only limited space.
Yeah.
You know?
So how old were you when you first had a gun?
14 years old.
You shot it or shoot?
I shot somebody. I didn't kill him. No.
Why you shooting?
We're on gangs. I'm involved in a gang out there. You know, if you're, you know, when the shit comes, the turf, our turf, barrio.
How do you guys determine your turn?
Well, in LA, see, San Diego ain't got shit in the gangs in LA. So over here, they don't got all that gang thing. LA, that's every day. You go on the wrong turf, or some guys get brave and they get drunk, and let's go over there and they pack their stuff, and they'll start shooting anybody. Or drive-by shootings, you know, drive-by. Guy drive ready, put the passenger have his gun on, and one in the back, and one standing up if they got a sunroof, and start firing at a party. At innocent people that you know, they don't give a damn. I mean, they shoot because it's the hood, that's their hood. I don't like that because there's a lot of innocent people that ain't in gangs and they get killed or shot, you know. It's a dog.
If a gang wants to take over a certain territory, they just fight it.
Yeah.
They'll fight with the other gang to get it up. Whoever wins, gets to that temperature, the other person walks away, the other group of people walk away.
No, if they catch you on their turf, then they'll fight for it. It's just it's not really fighting for your turf. It's
So
you're
actually,
fighting. You're
if I
fighting. You ain't got no business there. So you're the rivals. If they see you, they're gonna shoot, kill you, or whatever, or they're gonna get out of the car and start fighting, stabbing and shooting people, or shoulder gangs, you know, like the shoulder fight thing with chains, and whatever, brass knuckles, whatever it is. They fight dirty out there. There ain't no fair fight.
So, if you, have you ever gone home with a black eye or beat up?
Hell yeah.
What's your parents say?
I got all my front teeth knocked
Did your
out.
parents say you did? No?
Oh, what happened, mijo? And they already know. But you guys get in a fight with them, the Southsiders over there, or the next hood, is it? And they always tell you, you know what's up. And then your mom and dad can't tell you. You're gonna get involved. They tell you at first when you're real little, but once you grow up, a teenager, you gotta make a decision then. And if you don't make a decision, you ain't nothing but a punk or a lame. You're not considered wanted around there. So you ain't nobody. That's become a lot of guys, they get in the gangs to get respect and identification. You know, not identification, what do you call it? Be part of.
Right.
Be part of. And that's the way it is out on the street. And then when you see, the thing is, now it's different. If you go to prison now, a youngster, the gangs they don't get along out here. As soon as you go to prison, they gotta get along because they're Surenos, Southerners,
Okay, yeah, this is the Serenos and what's the other ones?
Norteños.
Okay, yeah. Now that's the ones that I heard they don't like each other because of drug use. That went bad. And that's why they don't like each other.
No, they've always had.
Oh, there it is.
They've always had. North and South just don't get along.
Okay, so the Sereno is what color?
Blue.
Blue.
And the Norteños are red.
And blue is what part of California? Northern California?
Southern California.
And red
The
is what?
13. 13.
13.
See? 13. 13. That means you're a Southerner. And the Sureno Southerners, they're allies with Mexican Mafia. And then the Norteños, regular Norteños, Northerners, that ain't no gangs, they're allies with the Nostra Familia, the Northern gang. And their colors is red. But they're all, the Mexican Mafia and the Nostra Familia, when they get out, they're all organized out here. They're organized crime. They own shops, they sell dope all over. You know, they own businesses, you know, contract for hire to kill, and they get paid good. Selling all kinds of drunk conspiracies and all that.
And they don't tell on each other. You know, I don't hear nothing about no
Well,
Mexican
there's
mafia.
some that do though. That's like but that don't get busted under the RICO Act. A RICO Act is any organized crime, like a syndicate that's starting and they're into organized crime, and there's a lot of them. They started that thing, the RICO Act. That's for the federal. They get in, and once they have all the info, see, the feds are different. They're different than the state or the county. County will bust it right away and just take it in, go to court and get cut loose or go to prison. With the FBI's, if they know you're Mexican Mafia or Mafia, Italian Mafia, or BGF, they make sure, they be parking out there with tinted windows in a van with a camera, taking pictures and video of all the activity. That's how they get you. they break in. Like my brother's in the Mexican mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did 18 years in the feds. And I was watching TV one day, and out here, and the FBI lady with a suit on, and then two guys next to her. This was the news. She said, "Mom, I'm what's her name from the FBI, Federal Investigation. I got warrants for 19 members from the prison gang Mexican Mafia." And he said, "There's still two of them at large." And the pictures came out. And that was my brother. And then the other guy, I don't know who he was, they showed the pictures. Says, "If you guys got any information out there leading to their arrest, consider them armed and dangerous. Get a number down there." And what happened, the other guy ratted on everybody. They didn't know where my brother was. He was over there in Orange County in a motel. So what they did, they didn't arrest him real quick. You know what they did? They went in there when they weren't there and put a hidden camera up here like this. So when they were having their meetings, they showed my brother like this with his back turned to the camera, and they knew it was him. Because in court, you got to be positive identification that it's him. But he was giving orders. Did you take care of that business? Did you kill that one dude? What about you? Did you make that hit? What about the drugs over there? Was there everything going all right over there? Things like that. That's how they busted my brother. But they didn't get him until they got not only him, all the ones that were Mexican Mafia right there involved. Then they showed my brother initiating another guy into the Mexican Mafia. The oath, where you burn that thing. You got a saint, and they burn it, and you got to hold it in your hands, and you got to repeat. A saint.
Oh, a saint. Oh.
And then they burned it. The Mexican, the Italian Mafia, they got that from the Italian Mafia. You got to make an oath that your family comes last, and the Mexican Mafia is first. So, and then before that, they test you. My brother told me, they told him, if we give you a gun or a knife, and we want to get your brother or your cousin or your father or your mom, are you willing to kill? And if you even hesitate, you ain't getting in. They say nope. But if you answer it right away, you're in. That's when they give you that thing. So you gotta be. The Mexican Mafia don't get nothing but the worst of the worst.
What do you mean by that?
They're the worst of the worst. Stone killers. Everybody's got a vote for you. If one says no, you ain't getting in. Well, if they find out from way back that you ran from juvenile hall or you snitched on somebody, you're not getting in either. They're serious about that.
Now let's talk about this snitching thing. What is snitching?
What?
What does snitching mean?
Telling the cops.
But if I'm not in the gang and I have problems and I go to the police, I'm a snitch.
Yeah.
I get a little bit snitch.
If you snitch on them, or anybody, like in the hood where I come from, if you snitch on somebody, you can't live there anymore. You gotta get out of there and move out. Your family's still there, but you gotta move out. You can't live there. That's the way it is. You don't want it. And you know, if you snitch to somebody, a snitch don't want to be around there anyway. And sooner or later, they're going to kill him. They're going to kill him. Not fuck him up. I'm talking about kill him. Or they're going to make him disappear.
That's scary.
You know, I'll take you out to the country and bury your ass. And nobody would never know. That's the way they are.
So the gangs that are in the prisons are on the streets too.
Yeah. To organized crime. It wasn't like that before when it first started. It was just in prison.
Right. Oh, it was just in prison.
Yeah, but now they spread out on the streets. They got a guy from San Diego over here. They call him Weddle Sherm. His real name is last name is Leon. De Leon. He's in Pelican Bay, maximum security prison, and he's running all San Diego Mafia.
What?
He's running the whole mafia out here out on the street from Pelican Bay. Pelican Bay is a maximum security. They got letters. They write letters with codes.
So he controls the game and we control the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them, not only him, all the guys that have got power, you know, big hunters, they write letters or they send a runner over there to visit them, and then they'll tell them everything what's going on and what's happening in there. So they know what's happening inside and outside.
Yeah. I guess so. So what's a mule?
A mule is you ever seen that movie, The Mule? Clint Eastwood? A mule is a person, just like that movie. He needed some money real quick. And Clint Eastwood, to help his daughter go to college because he was poor. So somebody told him, "You want to make some money?" Because he knew him though. He said, "Yeah, easy money." He said, "Easy money." And he told him, "Here's a number. Tell him I sent you." So he went to that address, and all these gangsters, they opened up a garage and they let him in. Who are you? He says, send me over here. And they know who he was talking about. Oh, yeah. You ready to work for us? He said, yeah. He didn't know at first what it was. Because they put all kinds.
Did he carry it on his body or something?
Yeah, they carried it in the truck.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You know? So he had these big old bags. And it was covered, and he says, Clint Eastwood looked real old. They never noticed that he could be one. So after that, he found out, because he looked in there and found out.
Oh, because I thought it was a mule was when, like, you're in prison and you carry your drugs around.
Well, oh, wait a minute. Carry what?
You carry the drugs around?
No, they got a mule. No, that's not the mule.
No.
They got, like I said, that way I told you how to bring drugs in prison the easy way. You got to pay one of them correctional officers or, you know, a crooked or a worker that works there in industries. Now, if you can find one of those, you pay them good, they're going to bring in drugs. Cause they don't get searched or nothing. They bring drugs in lunch bells. You know?
Big business.
That's big money. You know? And now it's gotten worse in prison because they got cell phones in there and they sell them. And they buy them too. $2,000-$3,000 for a little cheap cell phone. But with that cell phone, they make all kinds of business.
I was like, they're in prison.
No, no. You can tell the ones that are out there. That's how they communicate instead of writing letters and sending a runner over there. They're talking directly to the one of the main captains out there. You tell them how. So they already got everything arranged out there to the correctional cop, crooked correctional cop, or a person that works there. Says, all right, when's it gonna be here? And they said, it'll be there next week. Oh boy, you know who it is. They're gonna bring it in, and they already got paid. That's organized crime right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So tell me about all your tattoos.
What about them? But I'm all in prison. They don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing.
Are you getting any more?
No.
Great. You got no rest of the
I got plenty. You see my brothers, they got tattoos all over their necks, their face.
I don't like when they have their face. Their face, to me, they look dirty. Like they need to wash their face.
I never,
I don't like the way they look when people are in their face. They look like you need to go wash your face off.
I know some guys, their whole face is so tacked down, the only thing you can see is their eyeballs moving. That don't look right at all.
Okay, so now how do they get you tattoo in prison? What do they use?
They use little motors out of a CD player. It's got a little motor in there. They take that out, and there's a part in that motor that goes up and down like that to make the CD work. So what they do, they get a guitar string, they get a pin, the inside of a pin, they take all the ink out. It's got to be metal. And once they take all the ink out, they take the little ball pin off the tip, they run the guitar string, but they already sharpened the guitar string. Sandpaper, you run it in there about like that. You gotta know how to tie it real good. I never did it, but I know how they're done. And once they do that, they get the bottom part and they wrap it around that thing and it goes like that. So they use battery. You can buy batteries in there. And you use the batteries the same way that CD work. Then it starts going like that, and then you got your off and on button. So there's there, and then the ink. They got ink in there everywhere. They can make ink out of a newspaper, burn it and make it into powder.
Burn it? Really?
Yeah.
You put it in powder.
And powder. And plastic
right?
too, plastic.
You put water with it, right? No?
Yeah. 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 And then you mix it up until it's all, but it's got to be real powdery.
Get something. Like I would get some sort of
Yeah, but it comes out just like this. You'll never run into color ink in there. It's all like this.
Did it hurt when you on those tattoos? Some hurt?
Of course it hurts. But, you know, if you want a tattoo, that's what you do. It don't last that long, you know, the pain. I didn't give a damn. As long as I wanted some tattoos, I took the pain. They got to unline, you know, put the line on first, and then they got to fill it in, you know, shade it in and all that.
And what you guys say? I want a girl this week. I want a clown this week, or what?
Well, them guys got some patterns in there.
Really?
They got patterns. What do you want? And these guys are tattoo artists. Good ones. Better than out here. They're going to cost you.
How much do they cost?
It depends what you want. You want a whole arm? Well, I don't know how they're going to get paid, though. I don't know if they're going to get paid by drugs or cash or a commissary.
I'd rather have gas.
Yeah. But that's how you get to see them when they sell the drugs, they got cash. So when they go to visit, go out there and give them the money. You gotta wrap it up real good though. You know, or have the correctional cop send them the money. Get more drugs.
So what about racism? I mean, so say it's your gang and black mafia, black girl. Would you just not like them because they're black mafia, or would you not like them because they're black? Is there racism?
It's racism in prison
It's still
anyway.
racism?
Yeah. That ain't never gonna stop. There's a lot of hatred in prison. And when the shit's gonna happen, you can feel the tension out of the yard. It's gonna happen. You know, nobody's gotta tell you that the shit's gonna happen. You can feel the tension.
And there's never like a cooling off period or a negotiation period. It's just fight and that's it.
It's not just fighting. They got chains. Prison-made knives. You'll never find a real knife in prison.
So how do you know who wins a prison fight?
Well, when the cops are coming down with a tear gas, and if a cop in the gun tower, if they see you stabbing somebody, and you got them in the ground, you're stabbing, they're gonna shoot you right in the head.
Really?
Yeah, they'll kill you.
Really?
That's why they got gun towers in prison. They ain't there just to look. They're there with 30 shotgun. They got, well now they got plastic bullets, plastic wood things. Yeah, they hurt.
Did they put a hole in your saddle?
No, but they'll make a big old bruise and that hurts. You know?
So how do the cops treat you in there? Are they funny? I mean, have you guys had problems like some of the people, the citizens have with abuse with the police in there? Do they have, you guys have that experience then?
There's been some cops that got killed by inmates.
Killed by inmates?
Yeah.
Or vice versa?
Yeah, vice versa.
Do you think they need some sort of classes or something, or some sort of help? The police with their aiming?
Well, I don't know about that. They might have it now. Probably got anger management, but in prison, everything's unpredictable. You know, you'll never know what's going to happen. People, in prison, you got. I was in there with Charles Manson. I wasn't with him, but I was in the same prison when he was there. And that guy that killed Robert F. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy's brother.
Those guys are segregated though.
Yeah. They don't walk the regular man.
Because then somebody can kill them.
Yeah, they'll kill.
So tell me this.
Charles Manson's already dead. He died of a heart attack or something.
So tell me this. What is your guys' thing with the pedophiles?
The what?
The pedophiles.
Pedophile? What's that?
It's like somebody who touches kids.
To check the what?
That touches kids. Do you
Oh,
guys beat them up?
they lock them up because if they come out in mainland population, they'll kill them quick. As soon as they find out.
And they do find out. How do they
I'll
find out your
rat
business?
too.
They find out your charges. How do they find this stuff?
They got clerks that work in prison. They're inmates. You know, they hire them to work in the prison, computers and all that. So they go in there and they find out everything. You know, they're gonna find out sooner or later, man. Because even in the old days, somebody went in there with a rat or a child molester. You might get away for a few months, but sooner or later somebody's gonna come in. Oh, that dude's a child molester. Then they're gonna. As soon as they find that out, most of the child molesters that I've seen get hit, most of them they died. They died.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah. They come at you with big old chance.
And you guys just wait till that moment where we're
It's going to hit. Yeah. So ain't nothing. It's
because they segregate them anyways, right?
now they do. They scream everybody now. If you're a child molester or a rat, or even a prison dropout.
What do you mean prison dropout?
No guy that decided he didn't want to be in the gang no more. Because he is blood in, blood out. But if this guy says, I don't want nothing to do with it no more, and he PCs up, they're going to lock his ass up down too.
Because you guys don't like him.
That's because he don't want to be in it.
But you guys don't have a problem with him.
No,
Right.
if they see him on the street, they're going to kill him. He's a defect.
Really?
He's a defect.
Really? Wow, so
You ain't
if
no
join a
good. They
gang,
consider
you're joining
yourself,
a gang
you
for
ain't
life.
no good.
So if you're joining a gang, you're joining a gang
For life. For life.
The majority of the kids that you were with during your first gang experience, did they all go to prison? You think?
Yeah, majority, yeah. Or died out there.
How many kids was there?
In a gang? 25, 30, you know.
Did you guys still go to school?
Yeah, but we all getting in trouble, fighting and everything. I didn't finish school. Just little classes here or there. Especially in high school. Once you're a teenager and you start gang banging, you ain't gonna finish school. You're gonna go up north to youth authorities, boys camp, you know, all that stuff. CYA. CYA is like a miniature prison for juveniles. From there, once you turn 18, you go to prison. I was 18 years old when I went to prison.
Were you?
Back in 1970.
Were you scared? I was scared. I was worried.
No.
Because I didn't know what to think.
I knew everybody, and I knew all the homeboys.
What I hated about the women in prison was they always had to say somebody had it over. It just was annoying. And then the relationships they had with one another was just like, and when they would fight, a woman would be on their period or whatever. It was just too much. It was too much up and downs with them. That was the worst year of my life.
So that's the way it was.
But men are more clean than women. That's what they say.
More what?
They're cleaner than women. You guys are cleaner than women. Even when I was in programs, they would say that the men are cleaner than women, or the men don't argue like don't argue like women do. A lot of people don't want to have women facilities because of all the drama. So when did you get off paper?
5 years ago. Wait a minute. I ain't been out 5 years. Next year I'll be out 5 years.
How long did you do in prison?
16 months.
Okay. I thought you were about to say 16 years. But
Yeah, but I've been in and out of prison for the last 25 years in and out. You know?
Well, that's good you retired. Remember, how many different prisons have you been?
Been in St. Quentin once, Folsom once. I've been in Soledad prison 4 times. I've
Did
been
they teach you guys anything? Any skills at all?
Yeah, they got trades and all that in there. I graduated the first year I was there. I was in Beckerville. Tracy I graduated. You take college courses in there if you want.
Yeah.
Well, they got all kinds of trades: welding, paint shop, how to paint, watch repair, everything. You know. But I never got to do all that because I was all involved in all that shit, you know.
Like gangs?
Yeah, sympathizer and all that, you know.
A sympathizer? Who was a sympathizer?
Sympathizer and one of the sympathizers with a gang, prison gang. Because of my brother being in the Mexican mafia, I was a sympathizer for him. It's almost like being in it, but you're not, you know? Because you got to say the final word. They try to get me in. I said, oh, man.
Really?
Like getting
They have
involved.
more money and power than the average street gangs, right? Mexican mafia.
They got power in and out. You know?
How would you even know somebody was in Mexican? You wouldn't know if somebody was in Mexican mafia anyways, huh?
Well, a lot of people, they won't.
They're not gonna tell you.
They won't.
You be sitting next to a killer and not even know it.
I know one guy, he got in trouble. They interviewed him. He said he was mafia and all that. This was way back. Next thing you know, he's on the hit list.
Why?
Because he told the interviewer,
He told
the interviewer on TV, they had that there was a
Really?
Mexican mafia.
Oh,
Yeah. I guess he tried to make himself look good, but I got him in trouble, so they put him on the hit list. You're supposed to deny all that.
You're never supposed to tell anybody that.
Just like the Italian mafia, you know, they denied it for a long time. No such thing exists. But later on, these guys started snitching, and that's when it finally came out. But now everybody knows that they're for real. But they're a little bit more into more organized crime.
But do you guys do business with each other?
No.
No, you don't do
No,
business at all.
the Italian mafia, that's them.
Well, what about other gangs? Do you do any kind of business with them? No.
Well, most of the, what do you mean, what gangs? From prison?
Like,
Out here?
yeah, like say there's another gang in the area and they need 20 pounds of cocaine. And they come to you.
Oh, yeah. That's business.
That's what's up.
That's business. Oh, yeah, they do all that. Mexican Mafia got everything. They got heroin, pounds and pounds of heroin. They got pounds of crystal meth. They got pounds of any drug that you want. They got it. PCP and all that. Cocaine. They got chronic pounds of marijuana. They got everything you want. What do you call them pills? Supposed to be a sex pill. What's the name of it? Odyssey?
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Ecstasy.
Ecstasy. They got all that. Meth, all kinds of pounds of meth. They got it all.
But they're not addicted though, huh?
No, a lot of it, no.
A
They
lot
are.
of them are not. So you're
In
just
fact,
crazy.
there's a rule that if you're in an organized gang,
No drugs.
you can't use no drugs.
Really?
And if they catch you using, they find out, they'll kill you.
So when you
Because
did
see,
your
when you-
first
'cause
shot,
when you
who
get-
did your first shot? Who would do a 14-year-old kid a shot? That's crazy. I would never do that.
The gang that I got.
That's
You want to
terrible.
you want to get in the local? I said, yeah. You want to take a shot right now for heroin? I said, right here. Yeah, that's the only way you can get in the gang. In my youth, so I went to prison and all that.
How long have you been in heroin?
Long time.
Yeah.
I was
straight to the needle.
I was
Never
heroin. I was heroin and cocaine, speedball.
I think that's when you mix heroin and cocaine together and shoot. How do you know how to mix it? Do you mix even amounts or?
Well, you cook the heroin first. Then you see it boiling a little bit, and then once you see it boiling, it turns clear. And then once you do that, you get the powder of cocaine, you throw it in. Then you stir it, put the cotton in there, and then throw it up, and then shoot it up.
Do you still nod?
Huh?
Do you nod off that? No.
Yeah.
Because one's
See,
an upper and one's a down.
See, cocaine only lasts for about 10, 15 seconds. And then after that,
What's the heroin effect?
you can see the cocaine going this way, And then all of a sudden the heroin kicks in. And then you're like this. You know. So I did heroin for a long time.
So how long do you have clean now?
Huh?
How long do you have clean now?
For over 3 years now. I'm not willing to go back out there. I got a bad heart too. I got a congestive heart failure. I gotta take medication. That's behind crystal meth and heroin.
Really? So would you did heroin and then crystalline?
Oh, I did heroin and cocaine first.
Cocaine's so damn expensive. How do you afford that? Cocaine is really
Oh,
expensive.
heroin?
Cocaine is expensive. How much?
You get dime bags or $20 bags, depending what you want. Crystal meth too, you get a dime bag and $20 bags.
Crystal meth is very cheap. It's a very inexpensive drug.
Now it is. It used to be expensive.
Did it? Really?
That was a
Crazy.
rich man's drug. But now,
Crystal meth?
yeah,
You're kidding me. Really?
oh no, cocaine. I mean, cocaine. But now it's cheap. So how long is this gonna last?
That's it. Thank you.
How many hours? You get an hour?
Nobody watches it anyways. I don't even think we were recording. Oh, bye.
Well.